Hello everyone again. We have stepTOF from TVAclan.com, and actually for this podcast we have the other leader of TVA, Theory. Theory, say hello.
What's up, people?
So basically this time I had some requests from people in the community. They were asking me to make another podcast that concerned about what we've done to kind of hold the team together, to make it successful, just the issues that teams usually have with keeping a team together. So me and Theory thought we'd team up here, talk a little bit about it. We have experience with just not running only the team, but things outside of the team. So we want to start with that. Brian, do you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, I think the topic is actually sort of a just one because we spend a lot of time offline with dealing with issues in the past, and it's something that me and stepTOF have went over, many times where we've got a problem member. And instead of letting stuff escalate to a certain level, we usually try to figure out what the actual underlying issue is and resolve it. And if it's something that can't be resolved, then we take next course of action. But it's something we don't let a cancer sort of grow within our team and become bigger than what it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. And with this team, a lot of people ask me like, "Hey, are you guys recruiting?" And I tell them, I got good and bad news for you. The bad news is the roster pretty much stays the same, and the good news is if you're already on the team, the roster stays pretty much the same. So it's a family here. I'm sure all you guys know that just based off how our team's been around and our website and stuff like that. But I think it also helps to have a good, solid leader. And I kind of pride myself by, in game when we're playing matches and scrimming and tournaments and whatever, believe me, I'm the first person. If someone's making a mistake, I'm the first person to say, "Hey man, you're messing up right now." But I'm also the first person to pat him on the back and say, "Good job out there," and just, you got to point out the goods and the bad so that we can grow from it. If someone's doing something good, we can all see that, grow from that, take that to the next level. And if we're doing something bad, let's find out what it is, get rid of it, and turn that into something good, which keeps a team successful. I also don't like the whole thing of pointing blame, and I know a lot of teams do that. They just, it's so-and-so's fault, let's drop him. My saying is, we win together, we lose together. I don't care if you go 0-7 in a search. If we won, you did something to contribute. Like, it's not that guy's fault, or whatever it is. Like, we're just in this together. I mean, can you agree with that, Brian?
Yeah, I think you made a good point there. That it's not an individual effort. It's you're always going to have a guy that's going to shine on different map types and different game types. And the thing is that if you've got a guy that's not, performing, people are going to have good and bad days. Whether they came in not warmed up, or they might have stuff that's bothering them in the background. They're not really mentally ready, and we don't sort of take those things personal. And if we've got members on our team that have issues that they're dealing with in the background, we don't boot them off like most teams will when they have an inactive user. So yeah, we basically. We say, hey, take a break. It's cool. We're not going to kick you off the roster.
Yeah.
You got issues when you're all back and dealt with that. If you've got school, your grades are being affected by you video gaming. Obviously, we don't need that happening. So
yeah.
It's pretty much an open thing. And like Steven said, it's like once you're on the team, you've sort of passed a lot of filters that we put a lot of new members through.
Yeah.
And one of the big things that I've always seen, it's kind of hard for a lot of people, a lot of new members to understand, is that when we give away our team tag, it's actually a pretty big honor for the people we feel that we're playing with, because we ask them to play with us first for a while. We make sure everyone else on the team gets along with that person, so it isn't sort of just an executive decision that Steven or myself make and says, "Hey, we want to have this guy on the team because he's super beast." Well, at the end of the day, you could be a really good player but not have any kind of communication skills or interpersonal skills with other people, and we're not looking for that. That's a short-term goal for a team to have, is to have really good players that do good in game but can't get along with the other teammates.
No personality, no social skills. I mean, I really tell people that when they ask, "What does it take to join?" and I say, "Hey, getting along with the guys. We want to have a happy, fun gaming session. You win some, you lose some. We like to win, and we expect to win, but losing's part of the game. You know what I mean? You just gotta learn from it and move on, and still laugh and joke 10 minutes later. Get your pouting and your cries out after you lose, but you move on. You don't point fingers and say, I'm leaving this team and stuff like that. So you really got to, when people are out there, when you're putting your team together, make sure that, you guys talk, communicate more than just making plays and stuff. You guys really should get used to each other and understand and talk about this. If there's a problem, make sure you guys talk about it,
Yeah, and I think another big point for us is we like when we see teams that where they live together, they know each other, they're roommates, they go to school together. Because we've seen over the years now, just in competitive gaming, that a lot of decent players have been turned into great players by playing with better people. And so if you've got a friend that isn't at your level, you don't abandon them because you want to be on a better team that's got a better record. You got to really cultivate those players and turn them from good to great players. And then that's the only way that you're going to get better is by playing with people better than you.
That's exactly right. You're as good as the people you play with and play against. It's just reality of it. And
the other sort of a big piece here that if you follow our team over the years that you'll never see us disband a team just to create XP or lower our GB rank. A couple of years into game battles, I think we're all sitting at 10K-ish rankings right now, and it's just sort of the truth around our team not being XP hungry.
Yep.
If you look at our roster now, we've got a good 15 or so people on there.
Yeah.
So it's not about your GB rank or anything around that. It's really about sort of creating a team of friends offline, online, in real life. We do our tournaments and LAN events mostly to meet people in the community and people that we play with, and also to get people that are on our team that aren't necessarily in our state, in our area, flown out so that we could actually get some FaceTime with them.
Yeah. And speaking of that, to close it out, make sure if you're in the Seattle area, www.codclanwars.com, codclanwars.com, where TVA is going to be hosting another LAN event coming up here in July. Big turnouts, big prizes. It's probably going to be one of our last Black Ops before Modern Warfare 3 comes out, so definitely come out and attend. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then we're getting together some plans to be in Anaheim, whether we are there competing or just spectating, again to build community. So look out for us there in Anaheim, or come down to one of our LAN events here in Seattle.
Yeah, I think we're going to pass out some T-shirts too, man. We got a new design coming out for a TVA T-shirt, and I'm sure you guys saw in the last video I made. We had the Astro, what are they? Speaker covers. They have
speaker tabs.
Yep. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but TVA. So we'll be making some of those for fans out there also. We might be doing some giveaway stuff on the website. Stay tuned on that if you're not a member. It also emails you when we do big giveaways and stuff like that. And I know a big one that a lot of people want to know, tryouts. I've been telling people that we usually do tryouts whenever we do a LAN tournament. So if we're going to be doing one in July, there's big possibility we're going to be doing tryouts in there. So we're going to need some new talent, some new blood, people add to the family, add to the group of fun. So you heard it first here, man. It's going to be happening. Anything else, B, before we let them go?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. This is our third podcast. 4th edition will be coming out soon. Take care.